This is Back Talk by Successful Black Parenting Magazine, the most listened to podcast for parents by parents.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Back Talk. Our hashtag for the show is hashtag Back Talk. Be sure to share that with your family and friends and let them know that we are live right now. Put the hashtag up so you can see it. You can go to our Facebook page and share the link with your followers. You can post this link in your social media to let them know that we are live and we're talking to the ladies from the Momference. So we're going to be talking about that conference. So welcome, ladies.
Thank you for having us.
How are you?
Please go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Okay, I am Simona Noche Wright. I'm the co-founder and co-producer of District Motherhood and the Momference.
And I'm Nikki Osei Barrett, and I am the co-founder of District Motherhood and the Momference.
Well, I want to just take a second and put up some of these photos of the Momference. Let me get it out over here because, I mean, it's a robust conference. Like, I just looked at this one picture. Hold on one second. Do a couple of things here. Let me squeeze us in so that everyone can see that. But I'm going to take us down for a second and just make that solo so people can see that. Look at this conference. Just look at that. All the people back there. And they all look like they're having such a wonderful time. So no, I love it. I love it. So I just wanted to share that. We're going to be talking about that conference more and where you can attend and how you can be part of it. But because Mother's Day is right here this weekend, and happy Mother's Day, everyone, we are celebrating Black moms today. Black moms, man. Uh-oh, what happened? I think we lost Simona and Nikki. So hold on. Okay, you guys are back. Let me get you back to the broadcast. Not sure what happened there. Okay. We lost you for a second, but that's okay. If it happens, I'll keep talking until you guys get back here. All right. Let's start with some royalty because I want to talk about some events in the news. And we had a royal baby born to Meghan Markle and her little infant named Archie. And I love the royals. So what do you guys think about this royal birth?
I am so excited. So it's really, really funny because my husband actually resembles Prince Harry, like, a lot.
Really?
Yeah, I kind of joke, like, are they kin? And so I call the royal baby, I call baby Archie my nephew. So I'm really excited. I've been counting down to the birth, so I was really excited to hear the news.
Wait, does your husband have red hair too?
Yes, he looks like Prince Harry.
Just like him.
Wow, okay. Well, I just love the idea this baby's born. They were being really protective of the baby, not showing their face, and rightfully so, because they have a lot of haters out there. Yeah. And, they fired one commentator for tweeting a picture of a well-dressed couple with a chimpanzee coming out of a building. Absolutely. And I believe I would assume that the Queen had something to do with that because they fired him very expeditiously, as they should. So
judgment and the scrutiny that they get.
Oh yeah.
And I felt for her, the fact that the royals have to come out and be photographed 2 days after birth. Kate was out hours after birth, and I can't even imagine having on heels and being photographed and displayed for millions to see shortly after delivery.
Right.
Absolutely.
And not only that, but knowing that her experience with throughout the pregnancy, or even with them, her being a Black woman or mixed woman, like in the royal house, that already was a lot. So coupled with what Nikki just said, the experience of a new mom and trying to get all of that going on, in addition to knowing that I'm already preparing myself for some sort of backlash and judgment already, right?
Yeah. And she wore white. I don't know how any new mom can get away with that because I wouldn't have dared wear white after childbirth. But and then I saw some memes on Instagram that were kind of funny, showing that what the royals look like after they have a baby, and then what we look like after we have a baby. They have a whole team.
Yeah, right. They have a whole team.
Mm-hmm. So no, I absolutely love watching them, and I can't wait. She's like our Cinderella. I think people don't understand that.
She is.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, let's get a little bit back to reality. We're going to talk about moms today and how hard of a job it is to be a mom and Black mom, and some of the current events that also has happened, because the world really isn't kind to our children. And they're viewed as adults. They're punished harsher in school. And, what is a mom to do? I get a lot of parents commenting and contacting me as an advocate to see what I can do to help their children. And it's the same story I hear over and over again. There really is an issue, too, I found, where once we make it as adults, that we will put our kids into schools that are mostly white. And with today's climate, kids are starting to get, some backlash from some of the other students who are non-students of color, white or whatever they may be. What do you guys think about that, and how can moms handle it?
It's funny. I actually had a conversation with a mom that I met at the Momference last year. We became great friends, and we kept touch over the year. And just yesterday, she was telling me her son goes to a private school. Well, she has 2 kids in private school. She actually pulled the oldest child out of the school because of the way the child was being treated by teachers, by other students. And the private school is really, really expensive. And she also said that there were 5 other moms that were dealing with the same thing. All of these were Black women. So collectively, they have decided to pull their children from the school. And it's just unfortunate that it doesn't matter that you're paying that same high tuition. It really doesn't matter. You're still judged. There's like a stigma around you being within the school. So it's funny that you say that, because we literally talked about that yesterday. So her child has been removed from the school, and she's looking for another learning environment for him.
It's a common thread throughout the country right now that I'm finding. And, I really wish we can build our own schools somewhat, and that are high achieving, and maybe take that tuition and put it toward hiring a teacher. Even if we had to do multiple grades, like the old one-room schoolhouse, I would really like to see homeschool parents just be able to take in a few other students just to protect them. But then I wonder, is this what they want? Do they want us to pull our kids out so we can have segregated schools?
Exactly.
Is this what, because the schools aren't responding to the complaints that your child is being bullied or whatever is happening. And the suicide rate for Black children is really high right now. It's epidemic.
It's really sad, and it's shocking. And I keep seeing those headlines repeatedly, specifically on Facebook. Like every other day, there's a 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-year-old child taking their life. And it's like, what is going on in the school? Why is nothing being done? But also, why do these children why are they capable of doing something like that at such a young age?
Oh, I can give you some information and background on that, because I taught at school. But that is the most at-risk category. It's like 9 to 12-year-olds right now, even more so than teens. And the kids actually tell them, go kill yourself, go hang yourself. And you can Google anything these days, right? So they will tell them to go do that, and then they do. So all I can say is for parents to really talk to your children, know what's going on, and be an advocate. If you have to go up to the school every day, do what you got to do, because our children really are at risk. They really are.
I think for me, I have younger children. They're 4 and 3. So with Nikki, with her having a child coming out of high school and also in elementary school, she's right there in the nitty gritty of that experience, where with me, it's almost like an overwhelming thought, having to like hear these stories and prepare myself. And like, just even the thought of trying to prepare just overwhelms me emotionally and mentally. But obviously I know that doesn't take away the fact that, I have to still like prepare. And especially with me, I was not born in this country. I'm from Ghana, West Africa, and I moved here in 2001. So I had to learn a lot of just certain like cultural, like racial tensions that I honestly did not know existed coming from, Ghana. Something where I was glad to learn about. So with that, I have to, there's some experiences that my friends have gone through as children that better equip them to raise children in America, where I didn't go through. So I have to now learn, through their experiences. Now, thankfully, I went to HBCU. I went to Howard University. So that was honestly a life-changing experience, especially to just equip me as a mom of color, raising children. My husband, he's also, he's biracial. His father is a Black man from Alabama. His stepmother played a huge role in his life, pretty much his mom, and she's a Black woman from Alabama. So there's a lot of stuff that, you know, as husband and wife, he even teaches me. It's like, well, you have to, you know, put it in this context. But so I'm definitely still learning, you know, for me as like children, as a mom to young children. And I definitely want my children to have a diverse experience and learn so much. But I think because, you know, I went to Howard, he went to Morehouse. Most of our friends are HBCU graduates, so we are very pro-Black in our home. Black love, Black art, Black books, Black everything. So we're very passionate. We have no doubt that our children are going to be very pro-Black, especially in their mind. So, which is the place where you can really attack somebody will be in the mind. So we can just kind of make sure that our children they know who they are and are proud of who they are. And of course, they can relate to other people and have a good time and enjoy. There's no hate here, but just as in their mind, they know who they are. They're less, you know, they're able to combat certain things that come their way.
And they know that their parents aren't having it either.
No, we're not playing with that.
I think that's really key. Like, you know, they know they can come to you. They know that you're not going to have it. And having that culture and that history and knowing who they are from that gives them a strong foundation so that they can resist any kind of negativity that comes their way because they already know they're great and they came from greatness. I really think that is so key for parents to teach their children. Now, let's talk about not so great moments in our news lately with moms. But we love our moms. But the principal in Texas, she made headlines because she made a dress code. And I know we all have some opinions about this dress code, but it's for the parents, not for the students. And the dress code bars parents from coming on the school grounds if they are wearing ripped jeans, which are now, you know, fashion, but some ripped jeans are more ripped than others, and leggings and short skirts and mini dresses, sagging jeans. Let's see, undershirts were on there, cleavage exposing tops, and hair bonnets, which I have a problem with, but pajama pants and rollers have also been banned. And this principal is African-American woman. So they wanted to say, oh, you know, at first, oh, it's so racist. It's racist. Is it racist? Is it, or is it just that she said she was trying to set an example for the students so that they know when they're applying for a job or visiting someone outside the home setting, this is not the appropriate way to dress with headscarves and things like that. So, I mean, I see both sides of it. So I just wanted to get your opinion on that and see what you have to say.
For me, I definitely see both sides. I'm a little bit torn. Like, you know, I think number one, in terms of wanting to set an example, I agree with you. Should want to set, it is a school, there are children, and you want to protect them and their level of maturity at this age to focus in school and, you know, do their thing and learn appropriate dress styles for school. I think that in the vein of, you know, making sure how to apply for a job, I think there's different ways, different dress codes for jobs. Right. I think there are options. Like, I've actually never worked. I am a publicist. I've had a great career, and I've never had, I guess, business clothes or work clothes. You know, we have rolled in there in jeans and a t-shirt in the entertainment industry. So I think her focus in getting kids to understand appropriate styles, that there are other avenues for that. There's professional day, there's career day. You can bring people and they can focus like, oh, in this career, whatever. In terms of appropriate style, I definitely agree that, yes, you know, with ripped jeans, I think is a fashionable thing. I think someone said there was leggings too, but I mean, I know as a mom dropping my kids off in the morning, I'm not trying to be inappropriate, but I'm throwing on leggings and a shirt and put my hair in a bun. I think I'm fine. I'm getting my kids to school. That's not a problem to me. But I did think, you know, if she wants to set like, hey, we just want to come drop our kids off, like you can be casual, but like, you know, kind of roll it in here with your hair bonnet or rollers. I don't have a problem with it either way, but if that's how she wants to run her school, I don't think it's the worst thing like in the world to me. Okay, but
what is the consequence? Because I feel the same way. I share your sentiment about all of that. I do think that the dress code is too strict because, yes, it definitely depends on how it's worn, but like leggings, ripped jeans. There are just certain things like these are everyday pieces of clothing that you wear. And as moms, the mornings are hectic. Like, and I can honestly say that there are days that I have pulled up to Nick's school and you might give me a second look like, wow, but you know what? My kid got to school on time. So while I understand, yes, you should definitely be dressed appropriately, I think that the principal should also empathize with the mother that is running last minute to get her kid to school. And it's more important for the child to be at school on time than for you to be concerned with what I'm wearing.
I agree. I think school is the most important thing, that they're there and that they have supportive parents, not necessarily what they wear. And it makes me think of church. You know, people dress all kinds of ways for church, but, you know, Jesus invited all types to church, no matter what they wore. You know, it's a respect thing. I get it. But the idea is to get them there and then teach them what you need to teach them. When I have a class for parents, and not all parents can afford everything. What they have is what they have. But then again, I also see the point. And I've seen parents show up looking like, just stuff falling out and looking bad. So, but again,
bras and like to not dress provocatively.
But some people don't know. I guess that's her issue, is right. Like my husband told me, one time he was dropping our daughter to school and he was like, man, some of the stuff like these moms wear, it's like, whoa. And, so to me, I'm like, I think it's very easy to jump right into like, well, you never know what people are struggling with. You never know, like some people can't afford it. Like, absolutely, we want you to just get your kid on time. However, I don't think, if the person was going to a job, your director wouldn't say, well, as long as you just show up here and do your job, I'm grateful. Like, they would want you to be like, well, this is how, like, you need to, there's stuff to wear for home, and there's stuff to wear to church, there's stuff to wear to a wedding, and there's stuff that's appropriate to wear on the beach and at the beach or in front of children. So to me, her saying like, okay, guys, everyone is coming here with like rollers and you're wearing shirts and I just kind of want to have I don't think she even expected this sort of backlash. Right. I think she just really had a good intention. Like, okay, how about we create a uniform, rather than singling people out, let's just create a uniform. Let's just create a standard that will help. Because I believe she was like the lady who went to the Ellen show. So I guess she's just kind of like, but if you want to wear a bonnet, can you put, I don't know, like something up? Girl, like something over it.
I'm glad that nobody sees me when I drop Nick off to school, because you might catch me looking some kind of way. But so here's my question. What is the consequence if you do not adhere to the dress code? Like,
they won't let you in. They won't let you in. One parent tried to register her kid and she was sent away. So they won't let you in. And that's what happens. But you know what? I wonder, because they said mini skirts, right? So there's this famous blogger, and she's African, and she's well-to-do, and she lives in this fancy neighborhood, and she calls the moms in the morning at the bus stop fancy. I don't know if you've ever seen it. It's hilarious. It's hilarious. And she's hiding behind a window because she don't want them to see her in her bonnet. Because they're fancy, though she's not at the school. But this mom that shows up every morning is, she is on point, and it's a white woman, blonde, and she has on a tennis skirt, right? So she's going to go play tennis. So would that be acceptable, I wonder? Because it is truly a mini skirt. So that's against the dress code. So they can't wear tennis outfits. So I wonder if it's more to discriminate against the Black parents, even though the principal is Black, than white parents, even though that's a whole different school. I wonder what would happen if you showed up in a tennis skirt and you were going to go play tennis with your racket and everything. Would they not let you in? So it's kind of curious to see how this will play out.
Then that actually had to actually see how it played out for it to actually happen. Like if somebody came into there, when someone is in tennis gear, they're coming in with their sneakers, their skirt, like what it is, right?
But there's also a difference between a Black woman in a tennis skirt, and a white woman.
Absolutely.
Because there was the lady that was a news anchor, the young lady that was a news anchor,
bodycon dress,
and she wore the same dresses actually that a lot of her colleagues had worn before, and other anchors across America, different stations had worn, and people started doing a side by side and memes like, hey, her dress is right in top, above her knee and her dress. But obviously because of, the way Black women are built and,
it's inappropriate because she's curvier.
Of how she's curvier or whatever it is. So I think the situation would have to happen. I think, in this situation, rather than, because we can definitely jump on and just be like, okay, well, then what about this? And then if they do this, do that, then we'll just kind of keep going back and forth.
Oh, yeah, sure.
The thing is like, okay, well, what is your goal here? Can this be a little bit flexible? Because we agree with the goal. However, this is why this doesn't make sense. And where is the flexibility here? Understand where the parents are coming from, understand where the teacher are coming from. Look at the list, and it's like, okay, this works to meet the goal. This doesn't take away from the goal, and we can come from there. And then after, if there is backlash or some sort of, then we deal with those things like on a, case basis.
Right. We need you to run for a school board because you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And
I'm not on a PCA. I barely make it to school. We're supposed to be there at 9 a.m. I pull through at 9:02.
As long as you're not wearing your bonnet, I guess it's okay. But you said something though, because I taught high school and I was really more lenient with the dress code than they wanted me to be, because I noticed what you said. The Black girls were curvier and they can wear the same dress a white girl can wear, and the white girl get away with it all day long, but the Black girl wouldn't, because her curves makes the dress go up, and especially in the back. And and their curves somehow offend people. So I was always getting in trouble as a teacher for not writing people up by the dean's office. And I was like, I'm not writing her up for that because that's the way she's built. So yes, there's a difference in, like you said, a white woman wearing a tennis skirt and a Black woman, but it really should not be. They don't really make those things for us. And maybe somebody out there can invent it for us. But let's talk about the Momference for a second. I'm going to put up the website so that people can see so they can go there, especially if you missed the photos that I showed earlier. It's really a robust conference. Tell us about it, and do you address any of these issues that moms might be going through?
Okay, so as we're here on behalf of District Motherhood, which is our organization. We're the premier organization for millennial moms of color in the DMV area, DC, Maryland, Virginia. So we cover everything from raising awareness, providing resources to our moms, a social organization, just to kind of engage and build a tribe. We're 7,000 moms strong. However, through the District Motherhood, we created the Momference, and this is the second annual the Momference. It's just a day for moms of color, Black moms to get together and just feel magical. To engage with other moms, to learn from each other, to learn from local momfluencers or experts in the fields that we're talking about. So we just pick a theme, we sell our tickets, we make sure that we're engaging not just our favorite mommies that we know on social media, but just the experts in the field that we're bringing them into. And we have a great team. Nikki and I, as you can see on the picture, Nikki and I found an organization, but we could not produce it without the 22 women we call our Mom Squad, who are excellent women, full-time moms, full-time wives, full-time careers. And they were like, listen, we believe in this. We want to support you.
This cause.
And they're fantastic. And we're a team of 24 broken up into 10 committees. So we're really dedicated. This is a passion work. This is good work. We just want women to feel fed. So last year we did have a Building Little Leaders panel, to answer your question, which was, talking about just raising Black boys and Black girls in America. And we touched on a lot of things, like racial encounters with, police or teaching, like how do you navigate the system, like with your students, and how do you teach them to feel proud about being Black without burdening your 5-year-old to think like Black, and making them feel like they have to fight already at a young age. And it was such a riveting panel. This year, we try to keep it obviously different. So this year we do have a whole track on parenting, and we're exploring discipline tactics. And, because we all kind of differ on how we went to spank or not to spank, to yell or not to spank. Especially also with autism, we want to ensure that, there's a lot of Black moms who have children with special needs and, with autism all across the spectrum. And we want to, just inform each other where it's like discipline is different. It's not the same when you do have a child who's on the spectrum. So that plays a part into like how we engage and support each other in our village and raising children. The demands that we put in school, navigating the education system, and also just in our communities, like how are we as Black parents and as a Black community imploring the people in our barbers, the hairstylists, like people that we work with, how are we imploring them to work with us in raising our children? And it's not just, it takes a village to watch your kids, but it takes a village to engage, to educate your kids, to understand your kid, to understand where your kid's coming from with the socioeconomic backgrounds, the diverse teaching, disciplining styles. Homes are different, single moms, co-parenting family styles, so we're definitely tackling that for sure. It may not be called, hey, Black parenting, but because this is an entire conference, we are digging in there, like, how do we do it our way? Because it goes without saying that we kind of understand each other, and there's some things that we don't have to explain or re-explain as we would have had we gone to a different conference.
And outside of us parenting, it's also an opportunity for the moms to learn more about themselves and better themselves. So we have two different tracks, Mommy Between the Sheets, which tackles self-care, self-awareness, how mommy feels after baby, body after baby, sex after baby. And then there's like Mommy in the Streets. So being a mompreneur, tackling moms with finances, how to dress after you have your baby, just different lifestyle experiences. So we want to make sure that outside of just equipping parents with tools for their children, we want to make sure that the moms are well fed themselves, because how can you raise your child if you yourself are not happy and whole?
Absolutely. Now you have one coming up on the 18th, is it?
It is the 18th Saturday. We are.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
And tell them where it's going to be and how to register if they want to go.
So it's in Washington, D.C. at the Renaissance Downtown Hotel.
But you can't go.
However, all 400 tickets sold out in less than 48 hours. We've been sold out.
Oh, congratulations.
Since February.
Yeah.
Is it February?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We let tickets out in like mid-February, and we sold out in less than 48 hours. So the moms are
fantastic. I love it. I'm so proud of you guys. That's awesome. Yeah. So let me ask you, you told us what you can expect when you get there. What do you hear that parents or moms are taking away from the conference? What do they like the most?
Man, we have so much feedback.
I mean, they loved everything about the conference. Last year was so flawlessly executed. And I'm not just saying that because it's our conference. It's because of the feedback that we received. So post-conference, we sent out a survey. And there was like a 75% amazing rating. So it was like amazing, great, good. It was 75% amazing. I mean, everything from the Pamper Suite, the moms, they can enjoy complimentary services. There's a mommy market that has 40 Black-owned, mom-owned brands to shop. So the shopping was amazing. Most of the moms that came said that they spent too much money. And most of the brands that we handpicked, we curate the market to highlight the best of the best within the Black mompreneur community. Most of the brands that participated, they said that they sold out. And they also, post-conference, went on to secure stockists and be featured in top-tier publications. So the moms really enjoyed the shopping, but most importantly, they enjoyed the fellowship.
Yeah.
Like I said, I met someone last year at the conference that I'm still friends with now. We've been talking all week. I can't wait to see her on Saturday. And many, many moms share the same sentiment. There was another woman who attended, and she happened to sit next to someone. They connected, and they found out that they lived on the same street. But it took them coming to the Momference to realize, oh, wow, we're neighbors. We have all of this in common. So most importantly, the moms are coming to hopefully build a tribe.
Yeah. And that's what they just have a good time. If you go on our Instagram page, one of the last posts was actually from an attendee last year. She did like a 10-story post about how no one should contact her for 4 days. She is going into Momference land. She's like, this is magical. Like, you have to be there to feel it. She just felt so good
That's what I'm talking about. I'm talking about wifey.
Oh yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
She just had a good time, just being there and engaging, and it's really humbling, honestly, for us, because like this week, like first of all, we're ready as a team, but just like mentally, you know, she just had a baby, like my 2 kids are just going through it, so just we need the Momference. So to know that we've created a space where we really have each other's back. Like, we need the attendees as much as they need us. They need the Mom Squad. And this is just the best family reunion for moms.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Fantastic. I am so happy for you. I think that's awesome. It is so needed, because we don't take care of ourselves as much as we take care of our children. We're so selfless in that sense, most moms anyway. And I think to be able to be pampered and network, and it's such a small world, like you said, the same street, right? It's such a small world, and you never know who you're going to meet. Mm-hmm. So fantastic. So, but we got to be on the East Coast. We're on the West Coast. So are you guys going to come out to the West Coast ever? Or are you thinking about it? What's going to happen in the future?
We keep getting this question, and typically with conferences, they remain in the host city, and DC is the host city. So, like, if you travel to New Orleans for Essence Fest, or ColorCon, wherever the conference is, that's where it's stationed. So for now, we're staying in DC. But I mean, we get so many inquiries. Who knows?
Right. Well, you never know what the future might hold, right? You never know. But I'm so glad that you have that.
We'll definitely bring events there. Like I said, District Motherhood, we have staple events like Mommy en Blanc, which is an all-white pop-up Mommy and Me picnic. We have the Mom Loft, which is a pamper evening for moms where you just kind of engage. And we have Moms Giving. So those staple events, we do plan to travel with. And, eventually the next year or two, we may start like chapters of District Motherhood elsewhere. So those big events, yes, we will travel to Atlanta, to LA, to New York. But with regards to the Momference, it just takes way too much planning for this. This conference is like, there's nowhere we're doing this, like a multi-city.
Yeah. I know, it's a lot. I know you probably have to recuperate after too. So it's a lot going on there.
See our surroundings. There's boxes all around us. You just can't see.
I totally believe it. Well, I wish you nothing but the best of luck. I want to thank you for coming on Back Talk, the talk show for parents. Just don't forget, everyone who's watching, to share this broadcast. It'll be available in a few minutes after we sign off. Get the word out. Happy Mother's Day to everyone who's listening, and happy Mother's Day to you ladies. Again, thank you so much. I'm going to put up our website, so you guys can always visit us. We're at successfulblackparenting.com. Our biggest following is on Twitter. We're at Black Parenting 1, and we're also on Instagram at Black Parenting Magazine. So feel free to come visit us. We also have a bit.ly shortcut for this show that you can always get back to our page and see it. So until next time, everyone, thank you so much, and we will see you soon. Take care.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for tuning in to Back Talk by Successful Black Parenting Magazine. We'll see you soon.